What's happening? All right, so an update on the Mushroom Chronicles. After that trip with the Golden Teacher, that was a strand of mushrooms that I consumed. After that trip with her, I had to go silent, and I embarked on a 7 day silent vow of silence, which ended on the fifth day due to me having to pay bills and all this great stuff, which I will, and just handle business in general, which writing everything down was getting in the way. My 7 day vow of silence, what I did do was I didn't listen to music. I watched various people that I admired as far as different spiritual teachers, Bobby Hemmett, of course, um, Alan Watts, Lao Tzu, Laotzu. I have a book from him, a philanthropist. I would say that really teaches you how to get out your way and how to deal with the everyday human life, how to just come stay into your peace. So I did a lot of listening to various spiritual teachings, just pretty much guided by spirit, because things started popping up on my YouTube feed, and I was like, this is quite interesting, but I do understand how stuff works and why those things were popping up, because it was what my soul needed to be fed. My spirit, my soul, whatever you want to call it, it was what it needed to be fed during my vow of silence. I carried on my everyday life as normal, but I went about in silence on the first 2 days. When I went outside, took a walk, and went. I walked and went to do my errands, and it was very strange. Communicating people with just a wave. They would speak, and I would just be like, and in moments I was like, my ego would say, and I would laugh when it would say this in my head, like, "Oh, I feel kind of retarded." Just, just waving when people say hello, it was smiling away. But I noticed on that day, I got a lot of stares even before the before people spoke to me. I noticed people were just really looking at me. Um and they spoke first. Normally I'm a person that speaks first, because we do live in a world where people are not accustomed to people saying hello. We walk by each other all the time and don't say anything. I am the person that will look you dead in your eyes and say hello. Hello, how you doing? Hello, oh, you so beautiful, or you're handsome. I would say something, just because. So it was quite interesting to notice that these people were they was beating me to speak. You know what I'm saying? They was beating me to speak, and I found that to be quite interesting. So day one, that was day one or two. That was I found that to be quite interesting. I'm like, this shit is cool. It's cool. Not shit, but y'all know I curse, and that probably don't be something that I'll ever change, because it's just words put together, and that's just what I do. That's a part of my being. Um so the second day, I ran into an old childhood friend, and she was in a drive through, and I jumped out my car and went jumped on her car, on the hood of her car. Before I knew it, I bust out laughing, and I had to quickly shut it down. And oh, on the first day also, someone had I had a bag with me, and I had to drop it off in Family Dollar. And when I came back to the register, I had to tell the young man very lightly and softly, I have a bag back there. I need my bag. So I spoke a little bit on the first 2 days, but I quickly cut it off. I got what I needed. I got my grand jewel, my grand prize on the second day of that talk fast. Uh, Vow of silence, should I say. I got what I needed, the jewel, on day two. But I still kept it on going. On day three, what happened? I got a call from Breon's school, so I had to talk with them briefly. And then on day four, I got another call from his school, and I had to speak with them again. So on day three and four, I spoke when it was absolutely and only necessary in reference to these miserable, whiny, controlling, insecure adults. I used my voice then. And I did not curse when I spoke with them, but I read them their rights. I pretty much read them their rights, and I was fine with what I did. I handled that situation a whole lot better than what I usually would have had I not taken that fast. The vow of silence fast, one and the same. But I really like the way vow of silence sound better. I don't know why, but I just do. Um, so during that vow, I was able to hear more, and that was something that I set out to do. I wanted to be able to have my clairaudience tuned up and heightened more so I can hear spirit speak to me. I wanted to actually be able to feel a person instead of, using with me going having back and forth dialogue with them. I wanted to feel their energy more. I wanted to feel their emotions when they spoke. I wanted to just really, really allow our energy to dance together. Some instances I was able to do that, but I can hear like it ain't nothing now. I can hear. Um, but the feeling, that was cool too, because the people that I interacted with the most were my children. And on day 4, Breon had got suspended again from school, and when he came home, before he came home, we talked over the phone, and I felt his pain. I felt his disappointment, his pain through the phone. So that was very interesting. They say we can always feel when our children are hurting, and I felt it on a different level this time. So everything that I asked for to happen on this vow of silence, it did happen for me. I was very grateful for that. My creative side sparked back up. I began back making earrings that I had started making a year ago or maybe 2 years ago, and I put that down because I was just like, I don't want to do that. Oh, it's not turning out right, so I'm not going to do it anymore. All of my creative faculties were put right back at the front of my mind, should I say. Everything that I've ever started, I was taken back to those things. I pulled my guitar I was finna say the ice box. Out the closet. I pulled my guitar out the closet I bought for myself some years ago to still teach myself how to learn how to play guitar. Um, I went back over through my poetry. I picked up a book that I started writing some years, almost 10 years ago. Um, I picked that back up. And I didn't do much with the book, but it's out now and I'm looking at it every day. So all of my manifestations are out. I started back making waist beads. So my creative faculties were open back up as my higher self began to speak with me about what the things that I've manifested from my imagination. All of those things were said right in my beautiful face on my juicy lap for me to just go back into those things. Focus on my child. Focus on the things that I've always wanted to do was one of the big messages that I received. Go back to your imagination. Pull from the source of you was the instruction. And it felt really, really great to tap back into those levels of me that I just pretty much walked away from, because I'm quick to walk away from things. I'm quick to walk away from things. I don't just get bored with other people. I get bored with myself also, because my mind is always racing. I'm a very creative person. Um and I just get in moments where I don't want to create no more. This is boring now. Um and that's just something I've always did. And I had to remember, I was taken back to a conversation with ayahuasca about what happened, why I stopped doing this and why I stopped doing that. And the conversation came back up, letting me know that nothing happened. Your tail just got lazy. That's all that happened. You had no reason to doubt anything because you know what's going on. You know what you're supposed to do. You know what you're capable of. So this vow of silence, it put me right back where I should be right now. Everything happens for a reason. We pick up things and we put them down because it's just supposed to be. Um, it's just supposed to be. It's just supposed to be. That's how I've always looked at life. And I'm probably not gonna ever change that how I perceive things, because that's just how I look at stuff. Um, what else happened with that? Speaking, weighing my options when I'm having a conversation with someone. That was another thing that came up. Do I really want to waste my words and my energy battling with someone in a conversation where it's like something I really don't give a damn about? Oh, because my level of I don't give a damn just went through the roof also. That excuse me, that went through the roof also. Like, I kept being asked in moments of when I would get upset with one of the boys, why are you so mad about that? What is it? Why does that bother you? And so many answers came back to where it's an ego, it's a flesh thing, and that's a thing about control. So when I was forced to look at those things, I had to laugh and be like, girl, you are really tripping. You are tripping for no damn reason. So my ego was checked big time. Big time. And I'm glad about that. I know I will eat for me. My ego comes up when I need to defend myself. And what I've told myself is I will only allow it to come up when it's a fight or flight thing. In my house, my ego has no reason to be soaring because this is my safe haven and my place of peace. And this is also my son's safe haven and place of peace. We have no reason to be up in this joint with battling egos. You know what I'm saying? That was something that, excuse me, that I really looked at, and I had to laugh at myself and say, you know what, that's a damn shame. Leave them alone. Stay out of their face. If you leave them alone and stay out their face, they'll leave you alone and stay out there and stay out your face, and everything will flow like water. Um, so yeah, the talk fast, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. But it was really brought on because when I ingested the golden teacher, that strand of mushrooms, what I was seeing, what I saw, and what I felt, and what I was told, I really needed to just shut up so I could take that all in. So I could take all of it in. It was some real funny moments. It was some moments just like, damn, really? But I had to shut up so I can still process things. And I'm still processing stuff. What I will say is that whatever created us, whatever we come from, is so beautiful and chaotic. So beautiful and chaotic. Um, it's it's everything that's walking here, every human being that's walking here, from the most recluse hermit to the over extreme, to the most over extreme extrovert. That is what it is. To the most prettiest being you've ever seen, to the most ugliest being that you've ever seen, that is what it is. And I have a better appreciation now for everybody, for every experience that I bump into, because my understanding, my no, where I'm gonna bump that overstanding and understanding. My no is that it is an expression of whatever created us. It's an expression of that. So instead of me getting upset with people and I don't like this and I don't like that, I'm just going to enjoy them because they are it. They are a part of it. Um dang. They are a part of it. And even as a child, I could never, ever understand why people that look like me would get so upset with our least melanated brothers and sisters. I would always look at them like something is wrong with you. How do you got a problem with them? You don't understand that they are a part of us. After this, after sitting down talking with letting the golden teacher teach me some things, the way that I felt as a child, that was confirmed. That was confirmed. So now at this age of 39, when I'm grown, super grown, and have experienced life and all kind of different people, I with the so-called conscious community and these spiritualists that I bump into. I kind of have to give them the side eye and look at them when I'm hearing them saying negative things about beings that don't look like me, don't look like us. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you don't even know yourself. That's why you are spewing those things out of your mouth, because you really haven't tapped into this source, or what you call God, or what you may call Allah. You haven't fully tapped into that if you're still in a rah about somebody's skin complexion or how someone lives their life. I just really have to side eye them and like, bless you, babe, because you riding a tricycle and you in pre-K. You're not even in school yet, should I say, if that's where you are stuck at. Because this entity, this energy, it's everything that's here. Um, I mean, this I had to absolutely shut my mouth. I had to really shut my mouth so I can get out of my way more. I had to shut up so I can get out of my way more. And just so I can understand the beauty of this experience. Because in truth, none of us down here actually know where we came from. We don't know where we were when we were before we ended up in our mama's womb. We don't know where we were before that seed was activating inside of her. We don't know where we came from. Some of us have and I'm one of those that have seen and felt my energy signature in another totally different vessel. But where we none of us knows the true age of this earth, the origin of where these spirits come from, how this spirit even came to be in general. So there's always going to be a lot of questions, and we are stuck here on this realm of perceptions. Everyone's perception, and everyone um wants their perception to be right. And my understanding, well, something that was told to me, not even my understanding, something that was told to me was that all of y'all down there is just a figment of my damn imagination. All of y'all are there living out an experience that I wanted to experience. So in truth, ain't none of y'all the shit. I'm the shit. I'm the shit because y'all came for me. So I guess that can make us the shit too. You know what I'm saying? While we down here arguing, is that energy and that being told me that all of y'all are my puppets pretty much. So you not right, she ain't right, and there is no he or she. Y'all are just something that produced into the physical. There's no gender. There's no gender. There's no gender. I mean that, and that's a whole nother big old conversation, because I know some people want to argue that, and I'll let you argue that on your own, because until you have really walked inside of yourself, it ain't nothing that it ain't nothing. I'ma just leave it at that. I'ma just leave it at that. Yeah, that's how my talk fast went. I need to really start writing down stuff because it was some other stuff that I want to tell y'all. But yeah, if you are on your journey and you are trying to get closer to you, I would tell all of my friends, my associates, people that I come in passing with, shh, just shut up, don't say nothing for as long as you can. For as long as you can, just shut up so you can hear the things that you cannot see, so you can feel stuff that's been all around you, just running all around, but you can't feel it because you're thinking about the past, or you're too far in the future, and you're not in the present. If you're not in the present, you're missing everything that's really going down, because in the present, that's where everything is. That's what everything is. And we've just been conditioned to have these woes about what happened in the past, have these woes and gripes about, well, this is right and this is wrong. um or we just anxious. We've been conditioned to be anxious about the future. What you gonna do when you get out of school? What you want to do when you get grown? I'm a kid, I don't give a damn what I'm gonna do when I'm gonna get grown. Let me stay a kid. You know what I'm saying? And we would get whoopings if we was told that. So it's if you really trying to get into yourself, man, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Um, don't talk, don't say nothing for as long as you can. There's so much beauty in silence. So much beauty in silence. I fully tap back into the inner child inside of me. We together, we kicking it, and I'm gonna stay this child. I'm the biggest child y'all ever seen. I am the biggest child y'all ever seen. I don't I don't have any more I don't have anything else to complain about. I don't have anything to complain about. I will spend the remainder of my experience the remainder of my experience enjoying myself and living out the manifested destiny of what of this entity, this energy that I am. Um it's I call it now the beautiful, the nothingness. The nothingness is just, it's so beautiful, man. It's comprised of so much, and we are all a part of it. We are all connected. And it just is what it is. It's no way of getting around it. We all stuck here together. We are all stuck here together. So we gotta grow up and then become a child again. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm a grown child. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown ass child. Um, but yeah, that talk fast and those that plant medicine. I'm a straight up advocate of plant medicine. I am an advocate of plant medicine all the way. And maybe it's because the level of the way that I've always traveled inside of and my heart and mind. Maybe that's because I don't know. Maybe that is the reason that I will push my mind to the limit with plant medicines because I'm not scared of getting lost inside of this vessel. If something was to happen and I go into a realm that I'm like, woo, I like this and I'm gonna stay right here. You know what I'm saying? The rest of the world don't have to give me because I talk normally to people right now and they don't get me. So if I get stuck inside of a realm in my head and I don't have to ever deal with the people here, I'll be good with that. I'll be fine with that because people act like they don't know what I'm talking about now. So if I'm in a whole nother realm and I like it and I get stuck there, it is what it is. Actually, it was meant to be. You know what I'm saying? It was my path. It was written or it's just supposed to happen that way. Um, but I'm a real big advocate of plant medicine, and I think people that are going through depression, um, severe addicts, I think all of them should actually try it. I think everyone in the world should actually try plant medicine because it actually it helps you meet you. It helps you break down the ego down. It makes you make the ego go on a dang on vacation. Sit down until I need you. If I'm not in no fight, where I have to defend myself, I don't need you always jumping up trying to cause no problem. Sit your ass down somewhere. There's not a need for you. Um, it's just I am so about people finding themselves, listening to yourselves. I make these vlogs and I say things, and I think I'm careful to not say you should do this and you should do this. I'm such an advocate of a person listening to the God inside of them, source inside of them, the nothingness inside of them, because my experience and what I think in my own mind is not the same as what someone else thinks in their mind. Um, so I am really one that I promote plant medicine. I promote people listening to their own self. Other people will come with different advice of what you should do, like myself even right now. But at every part of the day, we have to learn to listen to and trust our own spark. We have to listen to our own thoughts. We have to follow our own intuition because when we do not, we end up in these predicaments with the dick look on our face somewhere. If you would have just had listened to you and trusted you enough, that may not have been the case. So, my vow of silence was brought on by things that I experienced, seen, and felt during a plant medicine trip. um the golden teacher was a strand of this mushroom, and when I did go and look it up actually just last night, so many people that tried that strand were saying that you were actually taught. You didn't really, some people got the bright lights and the colors and all of that, but what they were told, it just really blew their mind. It blew their mind. So while I'm stuck here with humanity, I'm so detached from it. I'm so detached from it. Yes, I'm going to handle my bills, but I don't take anything here seriously. You know what I'm saying? I take nothing here seriously at this point. I don't see a need to really go off. Not really to go off. To get upset with people. I will still be biting folks' heads off because that was shown to me. Hey, I'm a fucking drip. So everything down, y'all are just like me. So it ain't no there's actually no rules. Mankind created all these rules, even with these gurus and all of that are saying, well, you need to be this way and do 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 do. No, that's not my knowing. That's not my knowing at all. So um I trust myself, man. I trust myself to get my own information and find my truth for me. What my sister truth may be, that's hers. What my brother's truth may be, that's theirs. But I can really and only rock with what my internal being tells me. Plant medicine, man, is the way to go. Take you some vows of silence. Um, Whenever you can, an hour a day, one day, for as long, just try your best to just not talk. Just not talk so you can hear. It's the best gift that there is because there's so much stuff, so many thoughts lying dormant inside of us because we've been so bombarded with what goes on in this world every day that those thoughts tend to get lost because we're always constantly talking, just talking and talking. You can never hear yourself. And I think that's why I used to really get bothered with people that talk so much. Like, damn, can you shut up? Do you ever stop talking? Yes. And today I had a conversation with somebody like that, and I was getting like kind of in a way, and I just had to hear him get off the phone with them because I'm like, I have a lot of friends that would talk, 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 and you don't even let me damn talk shit, and I don't even talk that much. But I have a lot of friends that just whoa, just go, 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 go. And I done put the phone down and came back to the phone and they still talking, ain't asking no questions. I ain't heard them say, did you hear what I just said? Because they ain't never stopped talking. They don't even give a damn. Stop talking so you can hear, so you can listen, so you can get back into you, so you can do what you're supposed to be doing here. So you can get to know the nothingness. Damn, stop talking. I love y'all.